Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. Emily Messina on the air here. I'm live at FirstEnergy Stadium while the game is being played over at FNB Field in Harrisburg. It is the Fightin's first weekday day game. Now, they played a couple Sunday matinees at 1, but this is the first game beginning before then. It's a noon start. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all are having a pleasant Wednesday morning here on June 16th, and we'll bring you some baseball whether you are listening from the office or at your own home or you're at the game. Thanks for tuning in. Here at FirstEnergy Stadium, there is a baseball camp going on the field, so I'm going to be using that crowd noise right now. Bunch of kids practicing on a professional baseball field here. But if it dies down a little bit, I might add some pre-recorded background noise just to spice things up a little bit on the game. The Fightins took last night's game 1 of the 6-game set in extras 9-8. As in the top of the 10th, Brock Stassi with that go-ahead single to score Jack Connolly, who was already on second. A big hit for Stassi, who had just signed with the Fightins as a minor league free agent that day and was sent to the Reading Fightin Phils. He came in right then for a pinch hit attempt and got the job done. Billy Sullivan taking a 1-2-3, top of the 9th, or bottom of the 9th, I should say, and then getting the outs he needed in the 10th to preserve the win for the Fightin Phils. A big game number 1. They've won 7 of their last 8, and now they will take on the Harrisburg Senators here in Game 2. Some interesting game times over the course of this series with the Senators. Today at noon, tomorrow at 6:30, Friday nights at 7, Saturday nights at 6, and Sunday, the 1 o'clock matinee game. I'll be live from F&B Field for the rest of the games. But today, calling live remote from FirstEnergy Stadium, just due to the fact that it's a day game and got to get some work done in the office. So we'll see where that takes me. Francisco Morales is going to be starting on the mound for the Reading Fightin Phils. Andrew Lee going to be starting for the Harrisburg Senators. In yesterday's game, we saw a total of 6 home runs, and Jorge Bonifacio and Luke Miller sent their 7th of the season. That's a team high out of the ballpark, while McCarthy Tatum sent his 5th. His only hit of the day was a solo shot. A couple of guys had extra base hits, including Daniel Brito, who had 2 doubles and a single. He cannot be stopped out there in the leadoff spot. And on the opposing side, a couple of home runs there as well. Cole Freeman had one of his own. So did Corbin Joseph and Jackson Reed. So those are guys to look out for today. Brock Stassi getting the start for Reading, hitting in the cleanup spot and playing over at first as Madison Stokes get the day off today, and McCarthy Tatum does as well. And we have just a few minutes before game times. Looks like we're going to be a couple of minutes late here at F&B Field. But thank you so much for joining us as we get ready to get underway. The national anthem being sung at the ballpark. It is an absolute beautiful day in Harrisburg. 71 degrees, sunny. Not really a cloud in the sky. 8 miles an hour, wind going out to center field, which means we will see some more bombs by both teams most likely today. Jorge Bonifacio in that number 3 spot has the potential to knock a few more out of the ballpark. And we see Rodolfo Duran making his first start since May 12th, when he was placed on the injured list due to a left hamstring strain. But he is good to go. He joined the team yesterday, was added to the roster, just had a day to rest and recover after flying in from Clearwater, where he was rehabbing. And now he'll be good to go to start behind the plate, giving Jack Connolly a day off since he's the only other catcher on the roster, with Nick Matera being sent to the IL with a left meniscus tear, and Colby Fitch is out with a right oblique strain, although he's still traveling with the team. And as Morales is taking the mound, the Fightins, Morales will be taking the mound against Andrew Lee for the Harrisburg Senators. And Daniel Brito is going to start things off at the plate. As I said yesterday, Brito, 2 extra base hits was pretty impressive, as he's been nonstop hitting. 35 total hits. Lee kicks and fires the first offering home. Is sent deep to left field. It's going to rope foul and outside of the field of play. First pitch coming in at 12:02 in Harrisburg. And Brito sends another one foul, this time the opposite way. Somebody has a beach umbrella in the stands in Harrisburg that I can see, which is interesting. Kind of takes up a lot of space, but since I don't see a lot of fans in the ballpark, I guess that's all right. And now here's the 0-2 to Daniel Brito. The righty deals, and he strikes out swinging. That'll be out number 1 for Lee. Here's Bryson Stott, who was 1 for 5 yesterday with a single. And he heads up to the plate. He'll take a first pitch ball as he holds off from swinging. Go over the defensive fielders for the Senators. A couple of switches today. Ramon Flores getting the start out and left, as does Tachi in center and Corridor over and right. Duarte at the hot corner. Jackson Flores remains in the game at short, as Stott takes a called strike at the corner. Joseph at second, and KJ Harrison making the start at first. The first time we see Alex Dunlap behind the plate as well. Here's the offering from Lee. It's a foul ball that's just chopped around a little bit behind home plate, and the count now 1-2 to Bryson Stott. Stott holds off on a pitch upstairs, and the count moves 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the first. Nobody on the base pass, but a beautiful day for baseball in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And the same thing goes for Reading. If you're out in our community, you'll know it's a lovely day. Stott chases one upstairs, and it's strikeout number 2 for Andrew Lee. Now, Lee comes into this game with 16 2/3 innings pitched, a 1.08 ERA. But he does have an 0-2 record. Jorge Bonifacio heading up to the plate, and he shakes Alex Dunlap's hand the first time that they will meet here in this contest. That was very kind of him. Lee kicks and fires home, and it's fouled back. The home plate umpire tonight, Louis Krupa, with Tom Fornarola shifting to first and Ben Phillips over at the hot corner. And as we've said before, these crews will rotate through twice through. Same crew for the entire series. And we have seen these 3 guys before. And I think we see them one more time throughout the rest of the season. Bonifacio holds off on a pitch upstairs. And right now he has a 1.049 OPS. So basically what that means is that every time he gets on base, it's for extra bases. That is on base percentage plus slugging. And that kind of makes sense since he has 18 hits, 5 of them are doubles, and 7 of them are home runs. So 12 of his 18 hits are for extra bases. And it's 1 strike and 2 balls now. And you can make it 3-1 to Jorge Bonifacio. Two away in the top of the first for Bonifacio. And now he fouls one back, so the count is full. The guys will get the afternoon off in Harrisburg. I heard there was some talks of exploring by the river that's out there, some fishing perhaps. Maybe just a relaxing afternoon in the air conditioning after playing ball outside. Bonifacio fouls another one back, and the count is still full. It is a bark in the park day at F&B Field. So a lot of dogs in the stands as far as I can see. Tough to get to the game on a work day, but if you can, what a great break in the action. Here's the full count pitch to Bonifacio, and it's a called strike 3. So Lee comes into the game and strikes out the side on 16 pitches. That'll do it as we head into the bottom of the first. We'll take a short break.
The Reading Fightin Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Well, as we head into the bottom of the first inning, the Fightins fail to score in the top half, but Francisco Morales is heading out onto the mound. He's going to face off against Carlos Tachi. The first time seeing Tachi in today's contest. We'll see how he fares in the field for the Fightin. Steven Gamboa and Bonifacio left to right. Steven getting his first start of the series. Morales deals and he hits Tachi on the left bicep. So he'll head down to first base on a hit by pitch. Guthrie takes the hot corner today with Stott and Brito remaining in that middle infielder. And Brock Stassi is going to take over at first today with Rodolfo Duran behind the plate. And here's now Jackson Flores. takes a first pitch ball as he steps out of the box. Don't think they'll call that. And the offering this time, it's a called strike. Tachi on first, Jackson Flores at the plate. Yesterday, Flores a triple and 2 walks in the contest. Now Morales is going to check on Tachi over at first, but he'll be back in time. Saw Morales taking a lot of BP practice over last week in preparation to get some more at-bats in today's start. We saw him in the bullpen in his last game on June 10th, where he faced 16 batters, allowed a home run, and struck out 5 in his first relief appearance. Gave up 3 earned runs in 3 innings. Hasn't made it past 3 2/3. We'll see if they give him some leeway in today's contest, depending on how he performs. And the next pitch to Flores is outside. Morales, a team high 28-9 strikeouts, looking to reach 30 on the season, and averaging just over a strikeout and a half per inning. And he'll get his first strikeout here as Flores chases one way outside and comes up with nothing. It's out number 1, and Carlos Tachi remains on first for Corbin Joseph. Joseph takes a called strike for his first offering. And the next pitch is fouled back. It's 0-2. A nice vantage point they're giving me from up here. It looks like I'm sitting in the press box down at F&B Field. Joseph had himself a heck of a day yesterday. A home run, a double, and a walk where he scored on that error by first baseman Luke Miller. And we'll see what Morales can do against him. A ball in the dirt. It gets by Duran, and staying at first is going to be Tachi. Not comfortable running on Rodolfo Duran. Lots of pups in the park. The Fightins will have a bark in the park this week on the 27th when they take on the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. So don't forget that you can bring out your furry friend to the ballpark. He or she can get their own seat and watch the game. Maybe they can get a hot dog or 2 thanks to Burke's Packing. And a pitch right down the middle, a called strike. And Morales gets his second strike here. There's 2 outs now for KJ Harrison. Harrison pinch hit last night. He grounded out to third base. Only 10 hits on the season for a 182 batting average. Morales leans forward, gets the sign from Duran, and instead he's going to check on Tachi at first. And my minor league baseball TV is buffering, so I don't have the game action, and now it's back. Always interesting to call it live remote, so I appreciate your patience with me here as we try to watch this game and celebrate the Fightins together. I also have the game day scoring pulled up, so if I can't see the game, at least I know what's happening, sort of. A ball now to KJ Harrison, and here's the 1-0. It's a called strike. And we're buffering again. Bottom of the first, there's a runner on, but we're still scoreless here with 2 outs. And the 1-1 is upstairs. I did put that crowd noise on in the background. The kids have gone out for lunch. And KJ Harrison singles on a line drive to Josh Steven. It's deflected by Guthrie as he jumps for it. And he's not able to grab that ball. Tachi only going to make it to second as Steven comes in quickly to grab it. And there's a runner on first and second now with 2 outs. We'll see what Aldrum Corridor now can do with an opportunity here for Harrisburg early on. Morales has been battling in the first, where he struggled with a 12.50 ERA. And we'll see a quick mound visit as Duran comes out to talk to Morales. Those two are pretty close, so I'm sure Morales is happy to have Duran back on the squad. And yesterday during their BP, Rodolfo looked very happy to be swinging again, joking around with the whole team in Harrisburg. And it's chopped foul behind the plate. The count 0-1 to Corridor. 2 runners on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. As the Fightins try to get out of this inning clean and get back up to bat in the second. They're out there in their road grays. They've got the navy cap with the red front and, of course, the F fist on the front. Today, the Senators in their home whites completely. It says Senators across the front in red, and they've got red caps as well. Morales working slowly. Tachi taking a couple steps off of second, and it's a swinging strike now. The count 1-2. Corridor flies out to left field, and it'll be caught by Josh Stevens. So the Senators unable to score as they strand 2 on the base paths, and Morales gets out of the inning clean. We're going to take a short break as we get back into things here at FNB Field.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Well, here we go, scoreless into the top of the second inning. And it's going to be Brock Stassi that leads us off after Lee came in and struck out the side. Fightin still looking for their first hit. Brock Stassi batting 1,000 after his pinch hit yesterday scored an RBI for the Fightins that allowed them to win 9-8. That was his first affiliated at-bat since 2019. He's been playing for the Long Island Ducks at the beginning of this season until his contract was picked up by Philadelphia just yesterday. It's in the dirt by Lee. Stassi primarily a first baseman. Gets the start over there today, and he'll send it high in the sky over into left, coming over Duarte at third, and he makes the catch in the field, but in foul territory. That's out number 1. Rodolfo Duran heading up. Here's his first at-bat of the day. Started defensively behind the plate, and he hasn't played since the 12th, so it's been quite a while since he's gotten an at-bat in a Fightin's uniform. Coming into today, he's only had 23 at-bats, recorded 4 hits. Just 6 games before he was injured. 1 double and 3 RBIs. But he's the Phillies' number 19 prospect, and he sends this one high in the sky, but it's going to rope foul. Keep moving. Another foul ball from Rodolfo Duran makes the count 1-2. Lots of dogs being shown on the camera here as Duran flies out to the right fielder corridor. That's on the run, and that's out number 2. Yesterday, the Phillies fell to the Dodgers in Game 2 of that series 5-3. The Phillies had a home run from Andrew McCutchen, his 11th of the series, and then scored some more off the bat of Adubel Herrera, but it was Mookie Betts who took the game with a homer in the 7th and then followed up with an RBI single once again in the 8th. The Dodgers won 5-3. And the Phillies will play again today on the West Coast, a 10-10 start. And it's going to be a battle of the big guys, Zach Wheeler versus Clayton Kershaw. That'll be a great matchup for both teams. So it's 2 outs, Dalton Guthrie's up at the plate. Guthrie with another triple yesterday, so we saw 1 in his series at home here against the Hartford Yard Goats, and yesterday he notched another one. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch he sees. There's 2 outs in the top of the second. We're still scoreless at F&B Field. Lee deals to Guthrie. It's going to be downstairs for a ball. 24 pitches right now as Lee tries to get through the second. And only 1 hit in this game, Harrisburg. Guthrie holds on a pitch that just grazes the corner, and it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Dalton constantly moves around the field. Today he's getting the start at third, and this pitch gets it on the corner this time. Count moves to 2-2. Got the bat high on his right shoulder, moving it around a little bit. Lee fires home, and Guthrie stays alive and fouls it back. And back. here in the top of the second. There's 2 outs. And Dalton Guthrie swings on strike 3, so that will do it for the Fightins as they go down 1-2-3 again off the hands of Andrew Lee. And as we head into the bottom of the second inning, we are still scoreless at F&B Field.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones, plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with FirstEnergy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Well, we head into the bottom of the third inning at F&B Field. Emily Messina on the air with you, calling this game live remote from FirstEnergy Stadium. So we'll see how that goes. But thanks for tuning in with me here if you're doing your work day, or if you are just a fan of baseball. And Morales back on the mound. Pitch to Ramon Flores. Flores also pinch hit in last night's game. RBI single to right. And he'll take a strike. He sends it deep to right field, but it bears foul right at the pole. And that'll be strike number 2. And Flores strikes out swinging, third strikeout here for Morales. In just the second inning, his 33rd on the season, and now we'll see Alex Dunlap head up to the plate. Dunlap, a product of Stanford, like our guy Mark Appel, though different years. He was an AP scholar and got his bachelor's in art in Science, Technology, and Society, Life Sciences, and Biotech. And if you're wondering where I got that information, it was on his LinkedIn page. And you'd be surprised how many of these guys have LinkedIn pages. And you think, what does a professional athlete need this for? Well, I thought the same thing with Chad Henne when I looked him up. He has a page too. A lot of these guys have done other things before their professional career. As Morales kicks and fires, it's on the inside, count 2-1. Dunlap was also part of a fraternity out at Stanford, Delta Tau Delta. I don't know what the frat life is at Stanford, but I can't imagine it's exactly like the one you all are probably think of. And Alex Dunlap is going to walk. So there's a runner on with one away, but the perfect play for a ground ball double play right now. So that will bring up Osvaldo Duarte. We did see him pinch run in the 10th. And I thought it was pretty interesting because on a ball hit to right, he only made it to third. And the same thing had happened in the prior half inning, and Jack Connolly, the catcher, was able to come home. And I would have assumed that kind of want to gun it there in the 10th, but his manager held him up, and so he was unable to score, which I really do think was the downfall there for the Senators when they failed to score on that play, and they ended up being retired by Billy Sullivan as the Fightins took last night's game 9-8 after 10. And with a called strike, the count is now 1-1. Morales kicks and fires it's outside, and it's a ball. One out and a runner on here in the bottom of the second. One hit by pitch, one hit, and one walk from Morales. Fightins have not got on base in their half as of yet. Morales takes a deep breath, sends it home, and now he gets a called strike on the corner. 2-2 once again. And here's the payoff pitch with the full count. It's out to right field. Jorge Bonifacio tracks it over. And that'll be out number 2 as Alex Dunlap unable to advance. The catch by Bonifacio in right. So there is a runner on first with 2 outs, and here's the pitcher, Andrew Lee. Now Lee has had one at bat, but nothing across the board in regards to other stat categories for Lee up at the plate. Morales, on the other hand, has recorded just 1 strikeout in 2 at-bats. So both of the pitchers looking for their first hits. Yesterday we saw James MacArthur slice one and get on base in the second. Pretty impressive. He is 2 for 3 in at-bats. Last night, 3,024 people at F&B Field. The game for 3 hours and 25 minutes. And Lee, the pitcher, takes a ball from Morales. Billy Sullivan got his first win of the season, and Barcho took his first loss. He's a solid closer for the Senators. I was reading their game notes. He is their second best closer. They were 8 for 8 in save opportunities. I guess technically last night wasn't a save since it was tied. He came in, so he ended up taking the loss. And Lee takes another ball, so it's 3-0 to the pitcher here. The runner on. This would be the guy Morales is looking to get out before he gets back to the top of the order. And Alex Dunlap on first after being walked. Dassey holding Dunlap on at first. We haven't seen Morales go over there. And now he'll get the called strike he's looking for, so it's 3-1. The Fightins have 68 players on their roster right now. The Senators have 27. The maximum allowed is 28. So both teams carrying under the minimum. And with injuries and constant transactions, it can be tough to keep track of it all. And after Lee fouls one back, it's a full count. The offer from Morales is going to get out of this half inning, and he walks him. pitcher on his way to first. 2 walks in this half inning from Morales. Dunlap shifts to second, and now he'll have to take on the top of the order. Brad Ferguson coming out now for a short mound visit. That's the pitching coach for the Fightin Phils. Out of York, Pennsylvania, so Pennsylvania native. And Ram coming in as well. Ferguson pretty much talking directly to Morales. Morales speaks pretty good English, as does Duran. Probably Duran the best on the team. And Morales out of Venezuela. So not much translating having to go on there for Ferguson, and they all get what they need to say. And we'll head back behind the plate to face Carlos Chachi, who was hit by the pitch in the first. See if they can get out of this inning clean. Morales now struggling a little bit in both of these innings. So far, though, hasn't allowed any damage to Cross, and we'll see how he takes on Carlos Chachi. Morales looking back at Dunlap on second. He'll kick and fire home. It's a called strike inside. Two on, 2 out here in the bottom of the second. And Chachi lines it into right. Jorge Bonifacio is there, reaches his glove up, and makes the catch for out number 3 as the Senators leave 2 on the base paths once again. Morales gets out of this half inning clean. And as we head to the top of the third, we're still scoreless at F&B Field.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at FirstEnergy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Here we are in the top of the third inning. We're still scoreless. Morales getting out of the jam. And Lee has sat down the first 6 batters he's faced for the Fightin Phils. We'll see Gamboa, Josh Steven, and Francisco Morales in this half inning. Lee comes in here with 30 pitches in the top of the third. He's been pretty stellar for the Senators so far this season. He just transitioned to a starter instead of out of the pen. He's been seeing a lot of success. His last appearance was his first start of the season, and he has held batters to a .096 average against him. And Gamboa now takes a called strike. It's 1-1. Fightin still looking for their first hit here. 4 of them have struck out. And Lee picks and fires home. He started on the Senators roster on opening day, but he hit the IL on the 12th and came back on May 25th, so he's back for about 3 weeks now. And Gamboa takes a called strike. Count moves to 1-2. Played in Harrisburg a little bit back in 2019, where he made a couple of starts then, and when he began in 2020 through his first 7 innings, he did not allow a hit, did not allow a run until his 8th inning. Gamboa taking a ball, so the count moves to 2-2. Fightin still looking for their first hit of the game here, but we're scoreless in the top of the 3rd. Lead is buffering once again as Gamboa grounds out. KJ Harrison will flip it to Lee, who's covering, and that'll be out number 1. 3-1 in your scorebooks there. And here's Josh Stephen now, the number 8 hitter in today's lineup. Stephen pinch hit yesterday. Ended up striking out. See what he can do today as he's getting the start. He sets up on the first base side of the rubber. And he'll kick and fire home. It's right down the middle, a called strike to Josh Stephen. Stephen having a little bit of trouble at the plate, batting .095. 7 hits, but 4 of them are doubles, so he's got the power. And I know that practicing with his line drives, that's regarded highly in the Phillies organization. And he'll make it 0-2 as he chases a fastball upstairs. Scoreless here in the top of the 3rd. Josh Stevens uncorks on a pitch low, and he sends it over the right field wall. That's a home run for Josh Stevens, his first of the season, and he puts the Fights on the board 1-0 here in the top of the 3rd with just an out. Well, how do you like that? Josh Stevens smiling as he touches the plate. Fights up 1-0 here with just an out in the top of the 3rd. Francisco Morales. And man, did he get all that, kind of golfed it over the wall. It was outside and down. And here's Morales. Stands pretty tall, not so much of a knee bend up at the plate. And he'll foul off the first pitch he sees. 0-1. One out now for the Fights in the top of the 3rd, but a run has scored thanks to Josh Stevens. And it's a called strike outside to Morales. Interesting to note, and I have to ask the players about this. So, you know how like home plate at FirstEnergy Stadium is like a regular circle? Well, they have that at Harrisburg as Morales faces a pitch outside, and Lee gets him to go down swinging. That's out number 2 and his 5th strikeout of the day. Back to the top of the order with Daniel Brito. So Harrisburg has that circular mound, circular plate area, but then they also have another circle around that looks like, I don't even know what it looks like light green grass, but it's not grass. Maybe it's light green dirt. I don't know what it is. They have like a light green ring around the plate that says F&B Field, and so it makes that dirt area a little bit more flat around the plate. And I wonder if that at all makes a difference between like pass balls and wild pitches, if they get stuck in that lip, the dirt and the grass back there. Because then the backstop is really not that far behind there. Then it goes pretty much right to the warning track, and then there's the wall. We're in FirstEnergy Stadium. There's maybe 20 feet of grass after the turf is circle at the plate. And Brito singles on a line drive to the right fielder, his first of the day. And a big pickup there from Daniel Brito, as he had himself a heck of a day yesterday. He was 3 for 6. So now he is 4 for 8. And he, rightfully so, remains in the leadoff spot. Bryson Stott now struck out in the first, and he'll foul off the first pitch he sees. 0-1. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. A run has scored thanks to Josh Stevens, so the Fightin's up 1-0 early on in this matinee Wednesday. Interesting, but I'm enjoying it. Stott 0-2 now, and he grounds it right to the second baseman Joseph, who flips it to first, and that'll be out number 3. In the top of the third, the Fightin will strand on a runner, but they lead 1-0 thanks to Josh Stevens' first home run of the season.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Patanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Flores swings at the first pitch he sees, and it's a ground ball to Daniel Brito. And that'll be one away quickly for Morales. Corbin Joseph up at the plate. He walks on 4 pitches. And there'll be a runner on first here for KJ Harrison. Cleanup hitter for the Senators. Takes a ball and a swinging strike, and the count 1-1 now to Morales, who's had 50 pitches. We'll see if they let Morales go at around 65, but I think they'll let him go to mid-80s as long as he keeps feeling like this. Put up just 1 hit so far, walked 3 though, and hit a batter. And we'll send a ball in to Harrison. Harrison has recorded the only hit back in the first. He singled but was stranded on the base path. And it's upstairs again, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. There's an out now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And he'll get a swinging strike, so the count is full to KJ Harrison. Morales trying to get through the 3rd here with a runner on first. And the pitch popped up in the air, coming in. Gamboa going out. Stott. And Stott's really not able to track it super well. Gamboa can't make it in time. And it'll be recorded a base hit as it falls in left center field. As Corbin Joseph shifts to second, there'll be 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd for Aldrim Corridor. Here's Corridor in the lefty batter's box. Morales takes a deep breath. He looks back at second. And the first offering is a called strike in the dirt. A good block there by Duran to keep it in front of him. And Morales, looking back once again, sends this offering home. And it is golfed out to center field. It's over the fence very quickly into the kind of picnic area out there in center. And it is a 3-run shot from Aldrim Corridor to put the Senators on the board. And they take the lead quickly with a bullet out to center. It's 3-1. Harrisburg over Reading right now, and there's just an out in the bottom of the 3rd. And Bonifacio, nothing he could do there, just caught looking up at it. Here's Ramon Flores, who struck out in the 1st, or the 2nd, excuse me. And he'll take a called strike. Morales kicks and fires. This time it's outside, 1-1. Morales deals to Flores, and it's right down the middle. It's a called strike, and he gets him 1-2. Fightin's trying to get out of this half inning. Already down 3-1. And he kicks and fires home and gets strike 3 as Flores chases one in the dirt. That's his 4th strikeout of today and the 2nd out here in the 3rd for Alex Dunlap. Senators up 3-1. And I told you all those runs were going to come from home runs, as the one from Josh Stephen plated the Fightin's first run in corridor now with that 3-run shot. And it's a pitch in the dirt, so it's a ball and a strike now to Dunlap. Dunlap walked in his first at-bat. Morales needs to get out of this half inning. He's up to 60 pitches right now. And he'll send a called strike right down the middle. Harrisburg 3, Reading 1. And this pitch just misses for Morales. Doesn't get the call he's looking for from Krupa. And he stretches hands overhead. Now he's going to kick and fire home. The 2-2 is sent out to center field this time. Gambo is there to make the catch, and you can put an F8 in your scorebook. That ends the bottom of the 3rd. The Senators take a 3-1 lead here at FNB Field. We'll take a short break as we head back into the 4th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Well, it's the top of the 4th, and we have a game on our hands here as Harrisburg has a 3-1 lead. And they're countering quickly as they did. Yesterday's game was very back and forth from the first inning on. The Fightins had scored 2 in the top half, and Harrisburg countered it again in the bottom half with 2. And now they do so again. The Fightins score 1 in the top of the 3rd, and they put 3 on the board in the bottom half. But the Fightins are back up to bat against Lee. 53 pitches for the starter now, and Jorge Bonifacio is going to lead us off, and he holds off on a first pitch low. Bonifacio had his 7th home run of the season yesterday. And he'll take a called strike from Krupa, so it's 2 balls, 1 strikes right now. Top of the 4th. Nobody out. And Bonifacio sends a fly ball out to left, but it ropes foul, and nobody's able to get to it in time. And it's a full count now to Jorge Bonifacio. He'll send this ball into right. And that'll be out number 1 here in the top of the 4th for Brock Stassi. Stassi, of course, yesterday with that go-ahead hit in the 10th. He pinch hit and got the job done. Stassi, known for his time with the Reading Fightin' Phils, I think mostly in his professional career, because he was the MVP in 2015. But I think also notably, when he broke camp with the Phillies in 2017, he was so emotional about everything that went on in his career that got him to that place. He was just crying during his interview about, when he heard the news that he was going to start the season with the Phillies and make a professional, big show debut. It's both professionals in minor league and in major league, but obviously such a different story as he takes a called strike. He's very emotional in that debut, and I think fans remember him fondly here at FirstEnergy Stadium, and really all around. I've heard nothing but great things from Stassi. The count moves to 1-1. Nobody on here in the top of the 4th, and there is 1 out as the Fightins trail by 2. And here's the pitch. Stassi lines it down to left field. Coming over is Flores, but it's going to drop in front of him. And Stassi with a base hit now, and 1 out in the 4th. Here's Rodolfo Duran. And Stassi looks happy about that single. Duran fouls off the first pitch he sees, and the count moves to 0-1. Sizable crowd for a day game out at F&B Field. I'm pretty impressed with the people that showed up there in Harrisburg. I would say a different crowd than the Fightin' Phils. Saw a lot of people in suits yesterday coming straight from work. Obviously, with that 6:30 start, it's a little bit different. And Duran fouls another one back into the stands behind home plate. Harrisburg, 3 runs on 3 hits. Fightins 1 run on 3 hits. And Rodolfo Duran fouls another ball back. So it's 3 pitches and 3 fouls here for Duran. And he makes contact, sends it out to center field, but Carlos Tachi is there, and he'll make the catch. Brock Stassi having to remain at first with 2 outs. Dalton Guthrie up at the dish. Guthrie had himself a day yesterday with that triple and walk. He sent in 2 runs and scored himself twice. And he struck out in his first at-bat, so we'll see if he has anything to go on right now. Guthrie takes a wild pitch that gets by the catcher Dunlap, and off to second is Stassi. So he's got himself in scoring position now for Dalton Guthrie, which is a big movement. Stassi, definitely a tool player with above average speed on the base path. And he's got solid defense over at first. Was a two-way player at Nevada, where he pitched and also played in the infield. We have not seen any position players pitching for the Fightins. I think when you carry so many pitchers, usually anywhere from 14 to 16 on the Fightins roster, there's not much of a need for position players to pitch. But there are a couple guys that were two-way players, so I think if they did have a position player pitch, it would be someone like Stassi, or no, there was someone else that pitched a lot as well. And Guthrie sends this one out to right field. Tracking back is Corridor, and makes the catch as Stassi stranded on second. The Fightins unable to score in the top of the fourth. We'll take a short break as we head into the bottom half and see if Morales returns for another inning of work.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Well, Harrisburg retains their 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the fourth. And it's going to be Osvaldo Duarte who starts things off for the Harrisburg Senators. Morales does come out for another inning of work, 69 pitches for the starter. He deals to Duarte, and he gets it past Stott. A diving Stott, not able to come up with it, and Duarte is going to lead off the bottom of the fourth with a single. That was a quick hit for the third baseman, and we're back up to the pitcher, Andrew Lee, who walked in his first at-bat. Andrew Lee sends a sacrifice bunt down to the first baseman, Brock Stassi. Stassi sends it to second baseman Brito, who's covering, and so they get the out at first, so it's a sacrifice bunt. Duarte shifts over to second, and a nice placed bunt by the pitcher to move the runner into scoring position, and now there is one out in the bottom of the fourth, and we're back to the top of the lineup for the Harrisburg Senators. He really got that right on the barrel of his bat. Got the job done. Good covering by Daniel Brito to get over to first base in time as Stassi had to come in and field. And Carlos Tachi now up at the plate. One runner on and an out in the bottom of the fourth. Fightins would love to get back up to bat as quickly as possible. Carlos Tachi sends the first pitch he sees out to right field. Jorge Bonifacio there, camping under it. He makes the catch, and that's out number 2 as Duarte forced to stay at second. Here's Jackson Flores. Flores 0 for 2 on the day, just one of 2 batters in the starting 9 who's yet to reach first. The other one, Ramon Flores, who has 2 Ks. And Jackson Flores now takes a ball. And when I say Jackson, I mean Jackson with an E, because it's Jeckson, as opposed to Jackson. And with a runner on second, Flores takes another ball, so it's 2-0, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Duarte has a sizable lead off of second. I mean, he looks like he's halfway to third by the time the pitch leaves the hands of Morales, but hasn't made an attempt to go to third yet. Morales kicks and fires home, and it's a wild pitch above the head of Rodolfo Duran, and this time Duarte able to get to third easily. And that'll make the count 3-1 now to Jackson Flores. And Flores is going to take a ball, so he'll walk down to first. And suddenly Morales is in a little bit of a jam here. Runners on the corners, but 2 outs for Corbin Joseph. And it looks like they're going to have Morales try to get through the bottom of the fourth. If he's able to make this out, it'll be his longest appearance. He's gone 3 2/3 twice. But we'll see how this goes. Corbin Joseph struck out and walked. Morales has notched 4 strikeouts in this appearance, a little bit lower than he's typically used to. Joseph, stepping into the lefty batter's box, has his bat swinging around above his head. And it's a high ball. Duran pops up, noting Duarte on third. And it's going to be singled into the gap between left and center. Duarte coming home, and on the throw to Duran, that is way too far in. Joseph is going to move to second. And Jackson Flores scores as well. So that'll be 2 runs in for Harrisburg, and it is now 5-1. And Corbin Joseph has himself on second, but he did advance on the throw. And it does look like we're going to have a pitching change here for the Reading Fightin' Phils, as Morales not going to get through 4. We'll take a short break before we figure out who the call to the bullpen is going to be.
Be the first to know everything about your Reading Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Pills are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Looking for a place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightins game? Look no further than Geico Funland. Geico Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini putt golf, ring toss, and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Geico Funland. And thanks to Pete Shaw, your local Geico insurance agent, located at 2733 Paper Mill Road, Suite X3 in Wyomissing.
Well, we figured out the pitching change here at F&B Field. It's going to be Austin Ross who comes in to replace Francisco Morales. Morales going 3 2/3. We can't get his final line because he's responsible for the runner on second. But Ross is in to get the final out here in the 4th. He'll face KJ Harrison, the cleanup hitter. Runner on second with 2 outs. Harrisburg up 5-1 after they've added on another 2 runs here in this half. And Ross sends a pitch outside. Ross has been very successful as of late. He settled in once the season began and has been solid in relief for the Fightins. When he pitched in the series against Hartford, he recorded a outing in relief after not warming up, and he was able to get the win. So he's got 3 wins on the season. And he's been known to go for longer stretches and quick stretches. I'm not sure what they're going to do for him here. Typically, they have a guy come in and get 1 out, though that doesn't really sound like the type of outing that Ross has normally seen. He looks back at the runner on second, sends it home. It's a check swing. Did he go? And he did, says first base umpire Tom Fornarola. And so that'll make the count 3 balls and 1 strike. Harrison fouls this one back into the netting behind home plate. Ross is fighting here. It's a full count pitch now to Harrison with a runner on second. So he's got room to put him on first. And they'll walk him. So there'll be a runner on first and second with 2 outs as the Fightins fight to get out of the 4th. And it's Aldrin Corridor who sent that 3-run bomb out to center in his last at-bat. And man, was that pitch close. They're showing me the replay right now. It was up in the zone, but it looked below the letters to me. Corridor, obviously a tough out here for Ross. Runner on second belongs to Morales. The runner on first is his. And the first offering way upstairs. Duran has to pop up and trying to keep it up top. Two runners on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Fightin's down by 4. Ross kicks and fires home, and this one's sent deep to left center field to the deepest part of the park. It bounces off the wall, chasing at Gamboa, and he sends it back in. 1 run will score, 2 runs score, and it's 7-1 off of a double from Corridor. And suddenly this game is getting away from Reading. Corridor comes in, gets the job done. Seven to 1 Harrisburg here as Ramon Flores steps up to the dish. He fouls off the first pitch he sees up the first base line, and it's 0-1. After Flores comes Dunlap, and then Harrisburg has batted through their order here in the bottom of the fourth. And he'll chase a slider. It's 0-2. Ross trying to get out of this half. One of those runs belonged to Morales, the other belonged to himself, so we can get the final line on Francisco. Three and 2/3, 5 hits, 6 runs, they're all earned. 4 walks and 4 strikeouts on a total of 77 pitches. Flores fouls one back, and it's still 0-2. And this one's lined softly into the glove of Bryson Stott at short. So that will do it to end the 4th inning. But the Harrisburg Senators played 4. It's now 7-1. They lead the Reading Fightin' Phils heading into the top of the 5th.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phils Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Well, top of the fifth, we go at F&B Field. The Fightins trail by 6, but they're looking to get their bats back as Archimedes is going to lead us off against Andrew Lee. Around the league, I said Philadelphia plays at 10:15 tonight against the Dodgers. Jersey Shore takes on Hudson Valley at Dutchess Stadium at 7:05. And Lehigh Valley plays Worcester at Polar Park at 6:30. So you'll have some nighttime games to join you. You can pretty much watch baseball for the rest of the evening if you so desire. The Fightin' Phils 1 run on 3 hits. Harrisburg 7 runs on 6 hits. They've had some home runs today. And Gamboa swings at the first pitch he sees and flies out to the right fielder corridor. Josh Stephen heading up. He scored the only run for Reading right now and has one of their 3 hits. It was a home run to center field, his first of the season. Big moves there for Josh Stephen. He'll take a first pitch strike. Looks like some fun for the pups in the park at F&B Field. I see one eating some peanut butter. And Stevens takes a called strike outside. It's 0-2. And the offering, a swing and the miss as Steven chases some high heat from Lee. Out number 2 with the strikeout. That's the 6th K of the day for Lee. And here's the pitcher, Austin Ross. Ross fouls off a pitch. And that'll be strike number 1. Can't see the bullpens here for either team. I imagine with Ross up at the plate, they'll have him come in the next half. He takes a called strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2. Lee with 72 pitches. And here's the 73rd. It's a swinging strike there for Austin Ross. And he's out swinging, so that's 3 outs quickly in the top of the 5th as the Fightins go down in order. We will take a short break as we head into the bottom half at F&B Field.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Bottom of the fifth, we go at FNB Field. The Fightins trail by 6 runs. Austin Ross does come out for a clean inning of work here after coming in for relief of Morales, trying to get the last out in the fourth. He'll start off facing Alex Dunlap and get a called strike at the corner. Great framing there by Duran to keep it in the zone and get the call they're looking for from Krupa. Ross again gets a swinging strikeout this time, and it's 0-2. And he'll get Alex Dunlap to go back down to the dugout swinging. He walks very slowly back, shaking his head. And that's a quick number 1 out for Ross here at the bottom of the fifth, trying to get his team back up to bat. And they'll do so at the top of the order with Brito, Stott, and Bonifacio when they can get there. Osvaldo Duarte up at the plate. Single and a run scored. Takes a first pitch called strike. Fightin Phils return home on June 22nd to the 27th to face the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Lots of great promotions in there for you guys. And Duarte strikes out singing. It's going to be a dropped third strike, so Duran has to send it down to Stassi, but no big deal. And that'll be out number 2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Andrew Lee is set to bat, but it does look like they are going to do a pinch hitter for Lee, so his day will be done if they pinch hit for him now. And it is going to be, let's see who comes up into my vantage point, Nick Banks. Banks' second season in Harrisburg. Back in 2019, he split there between High A Potomac and Double A Harrisburg. Batted .278 there with 10 home runs, and he'll get an opportunity to bat here the first time we see him in this series. Drafted in the 4th round back in 2016, and he swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a strike, 0-1. I can get you the final line on Lee then, because that's going to be it. 5 innings of work, 3 hits, just 1 run. No walks and 7 strikeouts for a total of 73 pitches. Pretty solid outing for the starter, who's been fantastic for Harrisburg this season. After Banks takes a ball, he's going to chase the next offering from Ross, and it is 1-2. Wish I could see the radar gun there from Ross. I can tell he's throwing some heat. And he'll get Banks to go down swinging, so he strikes out the side. 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the fifth, and the Fightins will get another opportunity to bat here at FNB Park. As we had
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mao Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at FirstEnergy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Well, top of the sixth we go. Harrisburg leads Reading 7-1. Yesterday, the Fightin' Phils took game one of the series 9-8 in 10. And we will see a pitching change. We knew Andrew Lee was coming out after he was pinch hit for, but it will be Pearson McMahon who comes in relief. McMahon, out of Middleburg, Florida, was signed in 2019 as a minor league free agent, 24 years old, but about a month out from his 25th birthday. This is his first season with Harrisburg. And he started his professional career with the Rockies back in 2017. So he'll face off against Daniel Brito, the top of the order, and Brito takes a called strike to start things off. Daniel Brito has one of the Fightin's 3 hits today. The other coming off the bat of Brock Stassi and the home run from Josh Steven. He'll take a ball and the count 1-1. Brito fouls one back, and it's 1-2. We saw him go 9 pitches in his last at bat, which was in the 3rd. And he'll foul another one back, staying alive. He pops it up high in the sky. Third baseman Duarte tracking over. It's in fair territory, and he makes the grab for out number 1 over at third. And here is Bryson Stott. A lot of kids in the park. Wonder if they're doing kind of a camp day or a school kids day, something like that. The Fightins have that coming up in a couple of weeks, which is always nice for kids to get the opportunity to get out and do something outside during the day. And here's Bryson Stott now, 0 for 2. Takes a called strike at the knees, 0-1. If you hear something loud in the background, it is men drilling behind the press box because the Phillies are installing their Hawkeye system. They've been doing so for the past 2 months, and I think it's almost done. Just getting the final touches, a lot of wiring going on, and Stott falls behind 0-2 right now. Lots of cameras set up in the ballpark so they could watch every prospect and every pitch, make sure they catch it all. And Stott fouls one back. It'll stay at 0-2. There's one out here in the top of the 6th, and a fan makes a nice catch on that foul ball. They'll get to go home with a Stott souvenir, which honestly is pretty exciting. This one, Stott holds off on, and it's a ball. Trying to work his way back from an 0-2 count. And we'll see what he's able to do. And he pops it up high in the sky. This one's going to be on the second baseman, Joseph. And he makes the catch right on that outfield grass edge. 2 pop-ups, 2 outs for the Fightin' Phils in the top of the 6th. And it's down to Jorge Bonifacio. Bonifacio has not got on base today. Yesterday, had a home run and a single. Then struck out but reached because the third strike was a wild pitch. And the catcher, Reitz, was not able to throw it down to first in time. And he also had 2 intentional walks, one in the 8th and one in the 10th. So he was on base 5 out of 6 plate appearances. That's pretty wild there for Jorge Bonifacio. And he'll take a first pitch ball now from Pearson McMahon. Two balls now, no strikes, as Bonifacio takes one inside at the hands. Good pullback is not to get hit. Tomorrow it'll be Josh Hendrickson's day on the mound, as Bonifacio takes a called strike outside. Hendrickson, then Perkins. Mark Appel gets that Saturday game. And we'll see James MacArthur once again on Sunday. You never know, though. There could be some changes that happen far out from those games. And Bonifacio sent to first on a walk. He'll trot down to first, and we'll have a runner on here in the 6th with nobody out. It's going to be Brock Stassi, who is the next batter for the Fightin' Phils. Fightin's trying to get stuff going here as we get into the back half of this contest. They're coming off a very hot streak, both ending their series with Somerset on the road and in Reading at home. They just have 4 wins on the road. And Stassi now gets in the batter's box. 2 away here, top 6. Your Fightin's down 6 runs. And the first offering to Stassi popped up to the shortstop. Jackson Flores shifts on over, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. 3 pop-ups here to get us through the top of the 6th, and the Fightins will head up for the bottom half. We'll see who comes out to pitch for Reading.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falcon Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
And it's going to be Ross who comes out for another inning of work here for the Reading Fightin' Phils in the bottom of the 6th. This will be his second full inning if he's able to get it through 30 pitches. Almost. And he'll face off against the top of the order with Carlos Tachi. Fightin's 1 run on 3 hits. Harrisburg 7 runs on 6 hits. And the first offering is a ball. Tachi takes a called strike. He's 0 for 2 today with a hit by pitch. And he'll take his time out of the batter's box, walk completely around, and get back in. Ross, on the first base side of the rubber, kicks and fires home, and it bounces in the dirt. It's a ball. 2-2. It's fouled back by Carlos Tachi, and a fan, a nice young kid, scrambles for it and gets it. The steps at F&B Park are pretty steep going up from their main level up a level, so it's quite a feat to run down those and get the hustle. And Tachi lines out directly to Archimedes Gamboa, who barely has to take a step. And that'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. And Austin Ross has retired the last 5 batters that he's faced. Here's Jackson Flores now. Flores had a walk back in the 4th. The Fightins have struggled with walks today. 5 of them. And it's grounded into the hole at third. Guthrie over to Stassi, and that'll be out number 2 for Ross. Big pickup there for number 2 in the 6th, and here's Corbin Joseph. Joseph takes a called strike on the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1. Chases a pitch downstairs, and Ross fools him on a changeup. It's 0-2. Ross now getting into his rhythm here. Got a couple of Ks and outs under his belt. After a rocky start in relief, coming in, trying to get the last out in the 4th, he's really settled in. And a foul ball from Joseph keeps the count at 0-2. Ross deals. It's grounded to Stott on to first, and that'll be out number 3. The second 1-2-3 inning here in relief for Austin Ross. And that'll get us going into the 7th inning. The Fightins are up to bat.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Top of the 7th we go at F&B Field. We do have a defensive substitution. Ali Castillo comes in to replace second baseman Corbin Joseph, batting 3rd and playing second base. So Castillo now over there defensively, and leading things off is going to be Rodolfo Duran. Flown out twice. And the Fightins are down by 6 runs here in the top of the 7. Pearson McMahon coming out for another inning of work. 23 pitches so far for the first guy out of the pen that we've seen. And Duran takes a ball in the dirt. Duran, not having played since May 12th, is looking for a hit in this contest, though he's looked pretty solid behind the plate. McMahon deals. He takes a high fastball down to left field. It bounces down the line. He's coming around first, heading for second. And it's going to be a stand-up double, as there's not even a throw in from the left fielder Flores. And Duran starts us off with the double here. Nobody out in the top of the 7th for Dalton Guthrie. Big way to start it off in the 7th after being down by 6 runs. And the Fightins have not scored since the 3rd. They've not had a hit since the 4th. Although Bonifacio did walk in the 6th. And Dalton Guthrie will take a called strike. Durant takes a sizable lead off of second, and Guthrie swings and misses. It's 0-2 as the crowd gets excited here for McMahon, obviously. The home crowd trying to entice him to shut things down, but the Fightins threatening here in the top of the 7th with a runner in scoring position already and nobody out. It'll be Guthrie now, then Gamboa and Steven. And Guthrie fouls one back, so he'll stay alive, but the count remains 0-2. Guthrie has now kept his hit streak going after yesterday. He is 6-game hit streak and on base streak. He has yet to single or get on in today's contest, so we'll see what he can do. Runner on second, and he pops it up onto the roof. Interesting there for the cameraman to chase the ball onto the roof, but they do. And a girl gets a nice foul ball there in a Philly shirt. Nice to see fans coming out to support their Pennsylvania team. And the count's going to stay 0-2 to Guthrie. McMahon looks back at Duran, and now he sends the pitch home. Guthrie makes contact with the ends of his bat, driving it to left center field. It drops to the side of corridor, and it's a base hit as Duran is only able to shift to third. But there's runners on the corners here with nobody out, and Archimedes Gamboa is the man at the plate. Fightin's threatening here in the top of the 7th. They're down by 6 runs. And they'll see what they could do as Gamboa steps up to the plate. Gotta start chipping away at the lead of the Senators here as we get into the back half of this game. Guthrie takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Now he takes a ball outside, and he'll step back into that lefty batter's box. McMahon to Gamboa, and he pops it up. It's going to be in foul territory coming over the third baseman, Duarte. He's in the coach's box, and he makes the grab so no one's able to move from their bases, and that's the first out in the top of the 7th. Runners remain on the corners. Here's Josh Steven. Now we saw Steven notch his first home run of the season in the 3rd. And he's gotten the start in left today after Vierling was called up yesterday. He had 2 hits in AAA in his debut. And Steven's going to take a called strike. After Steven would be Austin Ross, and I imagine they will pinch hit for him in this situation, especially since he's gone 2 in a 3rd already. Can't see the bullpen. I will try to take a shot in the dark for you guys. I want to say perhaps we'll see Zach Warren. That's my guess, but you never know. Could be Kyle Dowie. as Steven fouls one back into the backstop behind home plate. The backstop is pretty high. It's probably the length of the wall pads in the outfield for the Fightins. You know, maybe 8-ish feet out there. Of course, everyone sits on top of that, so that is 8 feet up is the lowest seat that you can get closest to the field, besides, you know, their version of the dugout suite down the left field line. And Steven now, with an 0-2 pitch, strikes out swinging. 2 outs now for the Fightins here in the top of the 7th. They have runners on the corners, and they're looking to do something. We will see a pinch hitter for Ross. It's going to be Luke Miller, so his day is done on the mound. Not sure who they're going to put in for him, but Miller heads up to the plate. After getting the start at first yesterday, he'll take a day off. Get to the final line on Ross, since we think, well, we know his day is done. 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 run, and that came back in trying to get the out to end the 4th. Walked 1, struck out 3 on a total of 39 pitches. Solid outing for relief in his own innings. Tough with the runner that he inherited. And Miller takes a ball way over his head. It's 1-0. Runners on the corner as Dalton Guthrie over at first and Rodolfo Duran at third. And Miller takes the ball downstairs. Dunlap tries to frame it into the zone, but not able to. Duran takes a couple steps lead off of third. Seems like he's not struggling at all after rehabbing from his left hamstring strain. Doesn't seem to be, walking around with a little bit of a drag. He seems good to go behind the plate, and now that I can see him walking around over at third. Luke Miller, 2 balls and a strike. Can make it 3-1. Fightins looking to score here with runners on the corners. 2 outs, though, and Miller will walk down to first. So it's bases loaded here for the Fightins in the top of the 7th inning. They've got to make something happen. They trail by 6 right now. And the infield backs up here for Daniel Brito. There, Luis Martinez, the coach over at first. Sean Williams, of course, at third. And Luke Miller, after he pinch hits, takes first on a walk. And Daniel Brito steps into the lefty batter's box. Mick Mahone kicks, fires, and sends it high in the sky. Brito, Tachi chasing it down in center, and he makes the catch on the warning track. That is out number 3. The Fightin' strand, the bases loaded in the top of the 7th, and they still trail by 6 as we head into the bottom half.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza stage. Fightin' Phils fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightins mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at FirstEnergy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
Well, it's going to be Kyle Doey who comes in to replace Austin Ross to take on the bottom of the 7th. Doey successful in his first start this season, or first appearance, I should say, this season. He went 2 innings, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts on June 12th against Hartford. He was assigned to the team on the 9th, started the season with Lehigh Valley, but spent some time in the developmental space for the Phillies, just working on some stuff in his game, and seems to have done himself some justice as he had a successful first outing, and now he'll see him here to take on the heart of the Senators' order, with KJ Harrison leading them off. Ross sat them down 1-2-3 in both the 5th and the 6th, so Doey looking to continue that because the Fightins trail by 6 late in the game now and can't afford any more runs to come back to. Harrison takes a first pitch strike, and Doey, the lefty, kicks and fires home, and he fouls this one back up the left field line. Harrison thought he had that. He was all the way down to first, but it's called foul by the third base umpire, Ben Phillips, and so he'll have to go back up to the box. But he's down 0-2. And he ends up striking out on a foul tip. So out number 1 here for Kyle Doey in the bottom of the 7th inning. Aldrim Corridor, the next batter up. Corridor had that 3-run home run in the 3rd that started off the scoring for the Harrisburg Senators. And they scored more in the 4th, but that was it. They just had those 2 big innings, but otherwise they've really been shut down by the Fightins, because the team has 1 more hit than Reading, though they have 6 runs, and Fightins have made no errors today. Corridor takes a ball, got a home run and a double, so everything is for extra bases during this contest. Doey, the lefty, leans over. Now he'll stand up tall, kicks and fires home, and it's a called strike. The count moves to 1-1. And the offering, it's inside. He ties his hands up, but he gets it up the first baseline. It's going to be called fair. Stassi not able to come up with it. It's Bonifacio who picks it up and throws it in. But it's a double for Corridor, his 2nd double of the day, and his 3rd extra base hit. And man, is he having himself a day. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and again, the Senators threatening. So that'll bring up Ramon Flores, who's 0 for 3 today. He is the only one of the starting 9 to not reach first in any way, shape, or form. But he's going to get a single between first and second. And they're going to get Corridor to stop at 3rd. Bonifacio picks it up and throws it back in quickly. And there's runners on the corner with an out here for Kyle Doey. Alex Dunlap stepping up to the plate, the catcher today. Yesterday we saw top prospect Jackson Reitz. And today it's Dunlap. He'll take a swinging strike on his first offering, 0-1. Doey gets Dunlap to foul one off, and he gets ahead in the count 0-2 now to the catcher. Runners on the corners. And Dunlap takes a ball outside from Dowie. Kids here at the camp at FirstEnergy Stadium are playing baseball on the field, and it's also a business side of the camp where they learn about what else goes on at FirstEnergy Stadium to make a minor league baseball system run properly. I know they checked out the team store today, and now they are enjoying one of our many group areas, the pool out in right field, which is pretty exciting. Two balls, two strikes to Dunlap. And he takes a foul tip, a strikeout. That happened to Harrison as well, so there's 2 outs now in the 7th for Osvaldo Duarte. Kyle Dowie trying to get through this inning clean. There's runners on the corners. And Duarte with a single and scored a run earlier in this contest. Lots of noise going on outside as the guys are drilling behind the press box, setting up for the Phillies camera systems. Duarte heading into the righty batter's box. Will take a ball upstairs. 2 outs now, bottom of the 7th. This game started at noon, so we're past the 2-hour mark now. And Duarte grounds over to Bryson Stott. Stott going to go for the easy out at second, and he'll get Flores as he flips to Daniel Brito. That's out number 3 in the 7th, and Kyle Dowie comes in, gets the job done, doesn't allow any runners to cross, and that'll do it as we head into the top of the 8th with the Fightins down by 6.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. Selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Top of the 8th we go at FNB Field. Matt Cronin is going to come in place of Mick Mahan, who went 2 innings, 2 hits, scoreless in relief, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout on 40 pitches. And Cronin will start facing off against Bryson Stott. Then he'll take on Bonifacio and Stassi. One of 3 day games going on. Bowling Green versus the Rome Braves, and the Toledo Mudhens versus the Columbus affiliate of the Indians.
Those emotions, they were put on.
And Stott heads into the batter's box. He'll take a first pitch outside, and he'll get ahead in the count. 1-0. Stott's still looking for his first hit of the day. Only he and Gamboa have not reached it all. And he'll foul a pitch up the first baseline. 1-1. My screen keeps buffering here in front of me, so tough to call right now. Don't know where we are in the action right now. But Stott strikes out swinging according to the Game Day stats portal. And that'll be out number 1 in the top of the 8th. And now here's Jorge Bonifacio on to face Matt Cronin. A big curveball there to Bonifacio as he takes a strike. The count 1-1. Now he takes a pitch upstairs and he gets ahead 2-1. And my screen went back to buffering, so I will call it off the stats until I can see once more. Can't wait to get back on the road with the team tomorrow through Sunday. I'll be able to call the games live from Harrisburg and get you guys the best content that you deserve. Fightin's down by 6 here in the top of the 8th. Bonifacio has worked a full count against Cronin. And it's going to be a grounder to third. Duarte over to Harrison across the diamond. And that'll be out number 2 quickly in the 8th. Brock Stassi heads up. He is one of just 4 hits for Reading right now. Or 5, excuse me. Harrisburg 7 runs on 8 hits. So called strike to Stassi. And now he takes a ball. Cronin looking to get this work done here in relief. And the offering, a ball outside. It evens 1-1. This time, Stassi makes contact, sends it out to left field. Ramon Flores tracking it back, and he makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Cronin in relief. And he sits the Fightins down in order as we head into the bottom of the 8th inning. Reading will have one more opportunity to bat in the top of the 9th.
Schatz Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admissions tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Well, bottom of the 8th we go. Fightins trail by 6. Kyle Doey's got to shut them down here. The Fightins only have 3 more outs in an effort to make up some offensive deficit in the top of the 9th. But we've seen stranger things happen than 6 runs being scored in a half inning. First, though, Doey has to shut down the Harrisburg Senators. He'll face off the pitcher, Cronin, who came in to pitch the top half and sat down the Fightins 1-2-3. He'll take a ball and then a called strike. Doey deals, fires, and it's another called strike from Krupa behind the plate. 1-2. And Cronin strikes out Kyle Doey. His 3rd strikeout here in the bottom of the 8th, and that'll sit 1 down as the Senators head back to the top of their order with Carlos Tachi. A big strikeout pickup there for Doey. He's scoreless so far in both of his appearances for Reading. Only his 2nd outing. And we'll see what Carlos Tachi can do. He takes a called strike from Doey. Doey just 20 pitches right now. And we haven't seen any runs scored from either team since the 4th. It was early action and then not much since then. A swinging strike now from Tachi makes it 0-2. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 8th. There is 1 out. And Doey kicks and fires. Tachi strikes out swinging, and it's the 2nd out here in the 8th. 2 Ks now for Doey, his 4th of the outing. And he needs 1 more out now to get through the bottom of the 8th to send the Fightins back up. I think Cronin will come back out to take on the top of the 9th. It'll be the heart of the Fightins order with Duran, Guthrie, and Gamboa. Jackson Flores, though, at the plate now. And he makes contact, driving it out to center field. Gamboa's there, and that'll do it. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Doey as he sits down the Harrisburg Senators. The Fightins' final time to bat here in this contest. They're down by 6.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today.
The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightins baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
Top of the ninth we go. This is the Fightin's last opportunity for some offense. Tomorrow's game, 6:30 start. I'll be live on the air from F&B Field. I'll be able to call it with the game right in front of me, so I'm looking forward to that. Hope you guys are as well. Rodolfo Duran's up at the plate, and he'll take a called strike from Matt Cronin. Now, Cronin got stopped Bonifacio and Stassi down 1, 2, and 3. We'll see what he can do against Duran, who doubled in his last at-bat. Now he takes a ball and then fouls off the next pitch he sees. Beautiful day in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and here in Reading. Just 1 or 2 clouds in the skies over the mountain. Some slight breeze, but it's nice, and it feels good. Duran fouls one back. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. He'll take a pitch near his face as he bounces back out of the box, and it's 2-2. Duran strikes out on a foul tip, and that'll be out number 1 in the top of the ninth for the Fightins. Here's Dalton Guthrie. Guthrie, 7-game on-base streak. He'll take a called strike first. Singled back in the 7th, and that allowed him to continue that. One away in the top of the ninth. The Fightins down by 6 runs. And Guthrie takes a ball, this time outside. Not a lot of action has happened since the 4th. It's been pretty quiet since. And Guthrie sends a deep drive to center field. Going back is Tachi at the wall, and it's over the fence. Dalton Guthrie in the top of the ninth, his 3rd home run of the season, makes it 7-2 Harrisburg. But Guthrie, man, did he crush that pitch. Wow. 2 home runs now for the Fightin' Phils, as Guthrie and Steven have sent one over the fence. And with 1 out, here's Archimedes Gamboa. Fightins cut the lead now to 5. Gamboa takes a called strike. Here's a ball down low. Man, that was on the corner there. A good take by Gamboa. Cronin kicks and fires, and it's a called strike. All these pitches coming in down and out as Cronin's really trying to get Gamboa to chase. And that's where he's meaning to throw those pitches, because you can see where Dunlap is set up with his glove. It's on the outside corner, the bottom part of the strike zone. And Gamboa fouls this one back into the stands. Top of the ninth, there's 1 out. It'll be Gamboa, then Steven. And if we make it to the next batter, I imagine we'll see a pinch hitter. We already had Miller, but there's a couple other guys that could come in. Madison Stokes, McCarthy, Tatum on the bench for the Fightins, as well as Jack Connolly. Gamboa takes a ball, so it's 2-2 after 6 pitches. And Gamboa doing a good job of holding off on pitches that are at the very bottom part of the strike zone. It's now 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count now with Gamboa at the plate, and he'll foul this one off. 8 pitches right now as he's really working Cronin through it. Gamboa in the lefty batter's box. And the lefty Cronin sets up on the rubber. Now Gamboa calls time, trying to throw him off his rhythm, and he steps back out of the box. And he's going to walk him. On 10 pitches, Gamboa works a walk, and he sends himself to first here in the top of the 9th. The Fightins have a runner on, and here's Josh Stephen. Stephen takes a called strike from Cronin. They're trying to get back into this game. I mean, it's not over till it's over. They had a comeback win over the Hartford Yard Goats the other day. And they've got a runner on first. Josh Stevens sent one over the fence earlier in the game. And with the wind blowing from left to right, that helps the lefty Steven. And he'll take another called strike as he falls behind 0-2. Steven, along with that home run, has struck out swinging twice in a row since then. But he holds off a ball, and it's 1-2. Cronin working quickly here as he's trying to retire the Fightin' Phils in the top of the 9th and preserve the lead. He's already given up a run thanks to Guthrie's homer, so it's 7-2. Steven makes contact, sends it deep into right field, but it's going to be caught by Corridor on the warning track, and that's out number 2. Gamboa remaining on first, and there will be a pinch hitter for Kyle Dowie. It's going to be McCarthy Tatum. Tatum coming in with 2 outs. The Fightins down to their final out here as they trail by 5 in the top of the 9th. They do have Gamboa on first, and Tatum stepping into the righty batter's box. Yesterday went 1 for 5 with a home run. And Cronin deals. It's a ball. A called strike now to McCarthy Tatum right down the middle. And he'll swing and miss on the next pitch. The count 1-2. Cronin trying to get the job done, and he'll get a called strike 3 there to McCarthy Tatum, as that's the last out in the game. Because Harrisburg's leading, they don't need the bottom of the 9th. The final score, Harrisburg 7, Reading 2. Now they battled in this game. They had 6 hits, solid pitching on either side, just 2 big innings in the 3rd and the 4th that did the Fightins in, but not to worry. There's a game tomorrow night, 6:30 start, and I guess you could consider it a rubber match of sorts, although the series doesn't end as 3, but it's tied 1-1. As we head into tomorrow's game, join me on the air 6:30 at FNB Field. Thank you so much for listening.